First game that we're going to talk about is one that's near and dear to this man's heart. We're talking Rocky Legends. It's from Ubisoft. We looked at it on the Xbox, but it's also available for the PlayStation 2. What'd you think of this game, man?
Yeah, hey, you know the great thing about Rocky Legends?
What's that?
Is that everything about it is great. I love, when you first put in this game.
The music is the best thing about this game.
When you first put in this game
and
you start to see the scrolling, pop, the Rocky thing happening.
Yes.
It gets you, and you're seeing shots from the movie. Now, I'm going to be the first one to say here, I'm telling you all right now, yes, I am biased for this particular title because I am a huge Rocky fan, man.
I'm not even as big of a fan of Rocky as you are, but I enjoyed those movies, and I love the integration of the movies into this game.
Let's talk about the career mode, because they did something really amazing here is, not only can you play as Rocky Balboa,
That's right.
but you can also play as Apollo Creed versus the Italian Stallion. Sounds like a damn monster movie.
Right.
And you will play as Clubber Lang. I Pete the Fool.
Got hurt.
And then you can play as Ivan Drago. I must break you.
How can anyone beat me?
Rocky Legends is a true find, especially if you're a huge Rocky fan, or even if you just saw one or two of those movies back then. You're going to be in heaven. And, if you waited and didn't pick up the previous Rocky game, this is the one to get.
Absolutely.
Rocky Legends, I'm giving 8.5 out of 10.
I'm giving it a 9.
Welcome back. We're talking about Death Jr., Root of Evil.
The Root of Evil is Death Jr., I guess.
This one's for the Wii, but PSP owners may recognize that title because it originally was a PSP game.
So it's a port.
Well, it was a sequel to the original Death Jr., which was also a PSP game, made by Backbone in Emeryville, California, not too far from your hometown, right? Pinole.
Shout out.
All right.
Pinole, baby.
Anyways, East Bay Game Makers, they've been doing some good work.
EBGs, man, that's what we do.
What I dig the most about Death Jr. is that it's an original property. It was created by these guys, and they've extended it out into comic books, and now it's been on a bunch of different consoles, and I think there are some big plans for this character and this franchise, this burgeoning franchise.
But Death an adult.
But I haven't really been blown away by any of the Death Jr. games so far.
I haven't really played one, so this was kind of like my first jump into the Death.
This is a good one to start with, because I think this is the best one. I think it was pretty impressive on the PSP visually, and they improved a lot of stuff that they had kind of, washed over on the first game, so they went back and they tweaked it.
I think any game on the Wii would automatically look better on the PSP.
Yes, absolutely. Because it doesn't look that much different on the PSP. I mean, they still had all the great colors and lighting effects, and on the Wii it feels a little bit simplistic. The environments are just a little bit too vague and brown and grimy, and they have great characters like Dead Guppy and the two-headed dudes that are stuck together.
All the little freakishly Death ghouls.
Yeah, I like
Death himself. I was sold when Death goes into like the little fast food place.
We'll have a number 4 with hash browns.
And basically what you're trying to do is rescue the Grim Reaper, Death Senior.
Death Senior.
Right. And you can play as two different characters. You can play at the same time. Pandora, who has Pandora's box, and then there's
I love
Death
the VO quality in the game.
Pretty good.
Good. I was like, hey, it's a Wii game with voiceover.
My favorite part about this game...
little pistols out and
any of the projectile sort of combat that you do in this game is actually really well done. You just press the Z button on the nunchuck, and then suddenly you're pointing
aiming, and you're blasting.
And it really works well.
There's always, and you have plenty of ammo. There's pickups everywhere.
Yep.
You're just rolling around. You got to use your little scythe as a little grappling hook, get up on ledges.
And Pandora's got the whip.
Yeah, I mean, she's getting her Indy John. What do you think?
You get 19 levels. It feels... It feels like kind of video game routine, though, I mean, there's nothing super innovative or impressive. I think the characters are great, but they're not really fleshed out enough.
This is Death Jr.'s first big blowout on the Wii,
I'd like to see them kind of built up, though, I'd like to see the cutscenes where we spend a little bit more time getting to know what the characters are about and the stories.
See what Pandora's eating for breakfast, like real world Death. Death Jr., the real world.
I feel like it's kind of a throwback to... video game platform action 101 kind of thing. I mean, it's a decent game. It's just not stellar. It's probably much more impressive on the PSP than it is on the Wii. What are you going to give Death Jr. Root of Evil?
Not bad. 6.5.
6.5 for me as well. Today in Hardware, we're talking about shooting, which I think is
shooting each other in the face.
It's appropriate, yeah.
Yeah, because it's got a little Nyko...
Perfect shot.
Perfect shot.
Yeah, we got shooting in the...
It's a perfect shot, too. Pow!
the review right before this thing, and we got shooting coming up in the review after the break, which we'll tease in a bit. But this is the antidote, or the other way that you can go if you don't want to pick up the Wii Zapper and have like the shotgun kind of vibe. This is the handgun kind of vibe.
It's more like
from Nyko.
Assault pistol.
Yeah, it's like a Colt 45 kind of thing. It's a little bit bulky. It's not definitely not made for smallish hands, but there are a growing number of light gun type shooter games for the Wii.
There's going to be 1,000 of these.
Well, I like them. I like them on the Wii. Ghost Squad is cool. The
Target Terror is epic.
Teaser. And the cool thing is if you adjust some of the targeting and some of the games, not all of them let you do this, but if you adjust some of the targeting, you can actually look right down the barrel, look right down the sights, which makes it can be fairly accurate.
But how often do you do that? And you're just like, I gotta shoot this.
Well, if you want to play a light gun game and give yourself a real challenge and like take off all of the cursors and the targeting interface,
if you want to play chicken shoot,
if you want to play
throw on your perfect shot.
Crap, yeah. If you want
to play chicken poop, you just throw on your little perfect shot.
I do like it. I don't think it's the best light gun kind of peripheral that's ever been made.
If you want one, why not?
You don't really need a gun peripheral for the Wii.
But if you want to feel like a little BA, a little James Bond with your perfect shot, why not?
Little Dirty Harry.
Little DH.
Yes. So I'm recommending it. Are you?
Yeah, man.
All right. Stick around, we do have a light gun shooter for you.
Oh, it's going down.
And another old school arcade style shooter for you, both for the Wii. After this, Target Terror and Heavenly Guardian. Epic.
Epic battles will ensue.